Hello, trading is closed on July 28th, 2025. We always start with our disclaimer. We'll go over our calls, then make our predictions. This is my trading plan for tomorrow, July 29th, 2025. Don't forget I can change my plan. My plan can be wrong, so trade at your own risk. Look for the pattern with the early high. That's this. Tomorrow should have the early low. This is a pattern which usually closes near the high with a rally day or has a straight line drop. This doesn't show either. Time runs out tomorrow morning, so it should be either a gap and take out this high, which is possible since there's a new target, 640108 ultimately, meaning at some time it should print. Either that or we have a straight line drop, meaning we'll probably gap out of the we're probably going to have a gap opening tomorrow with a quick move outside of the range. This is what we said over the weekend. Don't forget today is Woodson's turn date. I know some other people have the same date. Timing isn't my thing, but that's the date of a number of other timing systems. So if we do gap down, which is possible since that's a wall, walls often are false moves. If we do gap down, Woodson's date may work. This will print at some time. It just doesn't have to be anytime soon, although normally it doesn't require waiting very long. In the morning we had an ultimate buy signal and an optional lower target. The ultimate signal to buy says we're going to overtake this high. Hasn't happened yet. That's the target. The optional lower target printed. We got a sell signal in the afternoon, but we printed the target immediately. We didn't have to go any lower even though we did, and that's been satisfied too. We closed essentially unchanged. I just repeat my call from the prior day. We said we could have a big drop starting at any time because we have sentiment indicators compatible with a big drop. But we also have a higher target, but the higher target doesn't have to print, and the sentiment indicators don't have to manifest themselves immediately. I think it's entirely possible, not guaranteed, but possible, that until we have the FOMC meeting announcement on Wednesday, we piddle around, people refuse to commit until they see the announcement, and then once we get the announcement, that should be the big move. It's a guess. Don't risk money on a guess, but that's what I think is probably going to happen. We have to use the mixed signals rules until then. Tomorrow's pattern has really low regardless of where we open. Today saw neither a rally into the close nor a straight line drop. Time runs out early tomorrow, so the odds favor a gap and prompt move outside of today's range. It is bullish, there's a higher target, and ultimately it should print. And usually, not always, you don't have to wait very long. There's no time limit. Don't forget we have wave balancing out at a much higher price. It is bearish. We gapped up, hit a higher high, but closed under intraday highs. Unless we gap up significantly, we should see lower prices, regardless of how we close. The wall into the close often leads to gapping down. Sentiment indicators are at levels compatible with a significant top. That doesn't tell us anything about what happens tomorrow. It's entirely possible the market waits until the FOMC announcement on Wednesday to make its move. If we do go up, we have a likely target, 64.7821. That's quite a bit higher, but just because that number works doesn't mean some other number won't. And if we do drop, I think we have all we need for a top here. Except I don't have a wave count that makes me thrilled, but that doesn't mean anything. The wave counts can help us, but they aren't going to negate other signals because you don't have to have good Fibonacci ratios. You just usually will. So we're kind of piddling around. We closed, little changed. That's the pattern tomorrow with the early low. Probably a gap outside of the range. Most of the time you're going to wait until the FOMC announcement to see the big move. But if we do move higher, it's quite a bit higher. And if we do start down, it's quite a bit lower. I am not looking for it tomorrow, but I'm just in the planning stages. I think it'll probably come Wednesday, but if this high holds, and Woodson called it, that would be interesting. It's a pattern with the early low, and that's today's call.